Hey guys, this is Nathan with Excel Helps You. This week's vlog, we're going to take a look at the AutoFill options. This is a very powerful shortcut, and I am excited to show it to you. So let's take a look at it. Alright, so the AutoFill shortcut works best when you're dealing with days of the week, dates, formulas, patterns, and can be a tremendous time saver. So if you've ever tried to fill in months of the year and you're typing through every single month to get it entered, you know how amazingly powerful this can be. So let me show you how to do it. The autofill handle is this little box here at the lower right hand side of a cell that is selected. And when you get your cursor over it, it turns to this bold plus symbol. And then all you have to do is click and drag. And then Excel will show you a preview of what your last cell is going to be filled with. So here we're going to go through Sunday, which are the days of the week. You'll notice here I have fill weekdays. So I don't want weekends listed here. I can easily change that by going to the autofill options, which is this little box that shows up right after you've done an autofill. You select this drop down menu and come down to fill weekdays. Select that, and you see here Monday and Tuesday now replace Saturday and Sunday because we do not want weekends listed here. So this works really good if you're planning out a work schedule. Alright, so let's do the same thing here. We're going to copy over Monday, and then we're going to autofill this down, and this time we do want the weekend, and so by default it does fill series. And then down here you can see you can change it to fill days. If you had accidentally done fill weekdays, you can switch back to fill days. Okay, we're going to keep copying this over. Alright, except here we're going to give this a heading formatting, because I want to show you the power of autofill when it comes to formatting. So if you drag this down for the week as well, then you come here to your options. You can say I want to fill the formatting only. And so now every cell here has the formatting of heading 1 without the data. Keep dragging it over. Change to copy. Select the cell, drag it down. And now let's say I don't want the formatting, but I like that it's showing me each subsequent day of the week. Simply click here to your drop down menu, fill without formatting. Now that formatting goes away and you're back to raw data. Great time saving stuff there. You may have noticed I filled all of these cells without touching the keyboard. The only thing I had here was Monday typed in. I auto-filled everything else really fast. It's great stuff. Alright, let's look at dates. So here I've got days of the week and then today's date. And so if we select both of them and copy over, it will do both of them. And here this did exactly what I wanted it to do. So by default it does fill series, and it did the days of the week and the short date as well. And so these went all the way across. Alright, fill weekdays, drag it across, exactly the same as before. Fill weekdays, and now this changes to Monday and Tuesday. You'll note here that it jumped from the 20th to the 23rd, skipping the weekend. Again, great for making work calendars. Alright, fill months. So here is, this is just going to do a fill series, because the next month that comes after March will fill in, but you'll notice here on the dates it's going to stay the 16th of every month coming across. So we'll select them both, drag it across. We'll go to the end of the year, and it did fill series again, which is what. So fill series is just the days down here. So we want to change this to fill months, and now you see we've got the 16th of every month through December. Fill years. Alright, so if we drag this across, automatically it does fill series, and so it's doing the next day, and we need to tell it that we want to do the next years. And so now it is March 16th of each subsequent year, all the way to 2024. Alright, let's take a look at some formulas. Autofill with formulas is really powerful. I'm going to give you a brief introduction to absolute references here in just a bit. So patterns, you'll notice here that so this is just going to be numbers going up. Here we're going to go up by 2s, here we're going up by 3s, here by 4s, and here by 5s. And so it can handle all of those at once. Select them all, autofill handle across it, and we're going to go out to 10. Alright, so you'll see here that we have, so this is basically 10 times 1, 10 times 2. This is a multiplication table, essentially. And we filled it just boom, that fast. Great stuff. So all I had to do here was tell it what the pattern was, drag it across. Okay, so formulas. Here I've got the sum of B1 and B5. So you click on this here and it gives you your blue box telling you what it's doing. And here you get a brief description of how to write the formula. So you can either separate every number by a comma, or you can do a bracket here, and it'll add everything between B1 and B5. I'm going to hit enter to get out of that. And here I just have a space here in front of this so you guys can see what the formula is. Alright, I'm going to drag this across, and here this is now looking at these ones. So real powerful how that brings that across. Alright, absolute referencing. You'll notice here on this formula we've got the dollar symbols, and what that does is it locks the column and it locks the row, and so when we drag it across it is going to continue to reference A10. Alright, so here we're going to drag this across, and right now it is multiplying K8 times A10. Press enter to get out. So here, if we simply change this to 10, all of these updated. They're all looking back at this. Real powerful stuff. So when you're writing your formula, you select the cell that you're wanting to absolute reference, if you press F4, it will cycle through your absolute referencing options. And so you can not be locked, have an absolute reference, gonna just lock the row, or just lock the column, nothing or both. And so just keep hitting that F4 to get what you want. And that is really important when you go to copy formulas. If you don't want to fix every single formula, it's really important to get your absolute referencing perfect. And I will go in further in depth in that in a future tutorial. Alright, you guys can go check out the written version of the blog by clicking here. You can email me, excelhelpsyou@gmail.com. You can go check out what I have for sale at etsy.com by clicking here. And next week I'm going to have a product launch. I will be doing a tutorial on an overtime calculator, as well as listing it at my Etsy shop by next Monday. Alright guys, thanks for coming. Hope to see you next week. Thanks.